Move! You're in the way of real power. Her words sliced through the chatter in the cafe just before her arm flicked sharply, launching hot coffee straight at his chest. The lawyer wore her confidence like armor. Tailored black suit, red lipstick, 6-inch heels clicking with entitlement. Around them, the boutique cafe froze. Patrons gasped. Phones were raised. The man she'd just doused, he didn't even flinch. The coffee had splashed across his camo uniform, soaking into the worn fabric like it had taken worse. His posture remained rock solid. Back straight, hands relaxed, gaze steady. "You just ruined a $2,000 suit, soldier," she sneered, waving her now empty mug. "Don't you know who I am?" No one moved, no one spoke, except him. "I know exactly who you are," he said quietly, voice calm like the sea before a storm. "And I know who I am too," she scoffed. Let me guess. Some grunt back from playing war games overseas, looking for a discount latte?" Someone chuckled. Nervous. The crowd sensed tension, but also something else. Something deeper building beneath the surface of this humiliating display. He slowly reached into his pocket, not aggressively, not rushed, and pulled out a small folded piece of paper. "This," he said, unfolding it, "is a letter from the president, commending me for saving 12 hostages from a compound rigged to blow." The cafe fell completely silent. He continued, voice still low but now razor sharp. "3 of my teammates didn't make it back. I wear this uniform for them, not for discounts, not for coffee. But so people like you, who never had to fight for anything, can enjoy the freedom to spill a drink without consequence." For a moment her mouth opened, but no sound came out. She reached for superiority, but the foundation beneath it had cracked. He looked down at the soaked front of his uniform. "You said I was in your way," he added, "but I've spent the last 15 years clearing paths so people like you never have to know what it feels like to be trapped." And that's when the real story began. His name was Marcus Hale, son of a factory worker and a high school janitor. Grew up in a one-bedroom apartment in Detroit. Lost his dad at 14. Got jumped twice walking home from school and never told anyone. Just kept walking. Quiet, determined. He enlisted at 18. Navy SEALs by 22. Deployed 11 times. Rescued more civilians than anyone could count. Carried brothers on his back through burning villages. Sat beside friends as they bled out, whispering promises he still hasn't forgotten. He didn't brag. He never raised his voice. He simply endured. And this morning, all he wanted was black coffee before visiting the grave of his best friend, a SEAL who didn't make it back last year. But instead, he got humiliation in a tailored suit. The woman, once puffed with status, now visibly trembled. Something in her cracked. Not from his words, but from the realization that she'd been blind to her own privilege. She started, but he gently raised a hand. "You don't owe me an apology. Just start seeing people, not status." And with that, he turned and walked out, leaving a trail of silence and reflection in his wake. Then, something unexpected happened. An old man at the counter stood up and saluted. A young barista wiped tears from her cheek. One by one, strangers stood, in awkward silence at first, then with quiet reverence. Even the woman sat down, speechless, coffee mug shaking in her hand, because in that moment, everyone in that cafe understood something deeper. Power isn't loud. Power doesn't scream. Power stands in silence and speaks with action. The woman never forgot that moment. A week later, she showed up at a military family support fundraiser, quietly donated $50,000, then $100,000 more over the next year. And when asked why, she simply said, "Because someone finally showed me what strength really looks like." And Marcus? He never told the story, but others did, because the world needs more reminders that humility, service, and calm conviction shake the earth far more than ego ever could. If you felt even a spark of emotion, let us know below. What touched you most, and where are you watching from? Every comment brings this community closer. Tap like, share this forward, and subscribe for more powerful stories.